Alright, what's up everybody? For anybody that's watched videos before, welcome back. Anybody new, thanks for watching. Today I want to do a video on a couple additions that we've done to the gun since we've had it that have made a world of difference for us. First of all being the trigger, and then second of all changing out the bottom metal for the gun. So we'll start with the trigger. What we've got is so we had just the regular stock Remington 700 trigger. What we moved to was an Elftmann tactical, the 700 SE trigger, and it's been extremely nice. That come factor set at 1.5 pounds, and that's where I left it at. Feels really good for me. You know, not too light, not too heavy. It's just perfect, you know, for the repeatability, also feeling comfortable, you know, getting on your targets and whatnot. And then a couple of highlights about the trigger. So it's adjustable all the way down to 2 ounces and up to 5 pounds. And so I don't know how many times it would be used at a 5 pound level or a 2 ounce level, but if you want to, you have that option. Comes with adjustable a trigger shoe that can slide up and down. So we'll get a close-up image here, but the trigger, it comes straight down, and then you've got a shoe that attaches to the trigger. You've got 2 options there as well. You can get a curved or a straight, and that's in black or red color. Mine, I chose the curved in the black color, and it's got some ridges, some grooves on it that help you sort of, you know, a good texture to the trigger. But anyways, it's adjustable up and down on that straight down bar that comes down, so you can actually move it up and down, whatever feels more comfortable on your finger. And zero creep, is extremely crisp. We'll show you here what it sounds like. So that's real nice. No creep. Once you hit that 1.5 pounds, it breaks. Safety on it is nice. I would like to have a little more of an audible sound from a safety myself, especially coming from the hunting world. Most safeties, anytime you click them, like, you know they're on or off. This one is kind of, you know, it's smooth, but there's not much of a sound to it whenever it clicks off. I don't even know if you can hear that on the camera, but anyways, you know, it's a solid click. Like, you know it's off whenever you move it. There's just not really much of a sound to it, which I guess is a good and a bad thing. But anyways, overall, like, easy to put in, super easy to adjust. Also, to adjust the trigger, it's just an Allen key on the bottom that will, you know, twist one way or another to make a heavier pull or a lighter pull. We'll try to get some closer shots of that as well. And then the number one thing really that made me decide this trigger over another trigger is that it keeps the factory bolt release, which is nice. You don't have to do any modifications to the receiver. Don't have to worry about, you know, using like a paper clip or some kind of pin or something to stick in there and get it out. You just press up, pull out, there it is. So in that regard, this trigger kind of had everything for me that I was looking for. But yeah, next is the bottom metal, which we started out with just this composite plastic bottom metal that came with the stock. And I'm not complaining about it because most aftermarket stocks don't even come with bottom metal. So if you're the person that's kind of on a budget, you spend money on a stock like this and it comes with a bottom metal, that's great. Because it functions fine. There's really not a big issue with it. But the problem that I had was mostly just the play in the magazine that came along with this one. The mag well was just a little loose, so you had a decent amount of play in there. What we went with though is a Hawkins M5 DBM. And so this one, you know, it's extremely tight. There's no play in it. Clicks in there, very solid. And then you don't get any, you know, there's a little bit of movement in there, but not much at all. Which was just a big improvement over this. It comes in built aluminum, which is nice versus plastic. It just feels like a lot more of a quality product than what you're getting out of something like that. But like I said, for something that comes stock with an aftermarket stock that you get, I mean, you can't really ask for much more for the price you're paying, especially for this MC3 like I have here. You know, the release for the mag has a flare out on both sides, whether you want to use you know, left or right-handed to get it to drop. It drops out nice, sits in there snug. I have had great luck with it so far, feeding in the next round, no issues as far as the compatibility, as getting this magazine up to where you're feeding in rounds, ejecting rounds the way you're supposed to. It's all worked out really well. But just, you know, built aluminum, like I said, a huge upgrade from that plastic piece that it comes with. But yeah, I guess that's it. It's not gonna be a super long video, but for anybody that's interested in doing either one of these upgrades, it's worth the money. The Elftmann tactical trigger, you know, all triggers are pretty expensive aftermarket. This one was a little more expensive than some of the others that you see, depending on which series you go with and other brands. But to come with the amount of adjustability that you get out of this one, the ease of use, and then also the bolt release that's retained for the Remingtons, it's kind of hard to argue against versus, you know, any other brands out there. My only complaint, like I said, I guess the one good thing about the Remington 700 stock trigger was just that nice audible click with the safety going off and on. With the bottom metal, you know, if you're like me, I'm just kind of OCD about things, and I wasn't very happy with this one. So upgraded, you know, cleaner look, nice feel, the magazine fitting in there nice. Yeah, it's not like that was a necessary upgrade. If you do buy a stock and it doesn't come with a bottom metal, I would automatically go to this one if you're looking for a box magazine style. Hawkins Precision makes all kinds of bottom metals, those from flushed all the way to box magazine. So if you're looking for one, I would check them out, you know, for anything regardless, just because it's a real high quality product. Yeah, we've got, I don't know, between the two, we installed them both at the same time, probably a couple hundred rounds in now, versus beforehand, we probably had another couple hundred with the stock trigger. And it's such a huge difference, especially engaging targets that are, you know, really far out there, 500 plus anyway. Not having a long trigger pull or a creep type trigger. This helps you stay on target a lot better. I feel more secure. I feel like I can time this brake and this trigger more when it's that crisp and that low. I've shot triggers all the way down to a pound and wasn't a big fan of them. So this one is kind of that sweet spot for me, where it's set at now. But yeah, you know, I thought about splitting this up into two videos, but I don't think there's enough to talk about really to have to do that. So I hope this helps anybody that's interested in either one of these upgrades, whether it's a Remington 700 or, you know, just a similar model. But hopefully we can produce some more content soon. It's kind of slowed down again, but we'll try to pick it back up whenever we can. I appreciate it.